day, good day, good day. Lionel with you. Friday morning, 12:26 a.m. ET. Let's go. Let's wake up. Come on. Let's do our thing. I'm ready to do it. Got my pods. I am ready for Freddy, my friend. Let me get my stuff out. Here we go. Let me get my iPad out so I can read what you're saying and try to decipher your dulcet words, your incredibly pertinent words, your absolutely critical voice, your focus, which we need so much in this world of ours, ladies and germs. I say to you a hearty hello and a hi-ho silver, and a welcome to you and to yours. A welcome to you and yours. I am happy because it is the end of what I think is my week, as it were, and I hope you join me. I always talk to you prior to my show. I'm live from the studios at WABC in Midtown, sorta, Manhattan. It's 30. I know you don't care about this, but right now it's 67 degrees. We dropped 30 degrees in one day. And if you don't think weather, how do I say this? If you don't think weather manipulation is possible, you're not paying attention. You're simply not paying attention for reasons that I think you know. Anyway, I say a hearty hello and a hi-ho silver and a welcome, dear friends, to all of you. Let me try to get this thing up and going here. Let me see who's who. Let me see who is paying attention. There we go. Let's see. The war is on, my friends. Oh, my God, I got so much to tell you. So much to tell you. We are making such great impact. I can only tell you this because most of my friends, who I am familiar with, don't really understand or know what's happening. I'm sorry to say this. I don't mean to be rude. Fred says, your absolute best friend I got around my MasterCard ban. There you go. Fred Haddad got behind his MasterCard ban, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Fred. We appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much. I got one of these stupid postal things in them. Here's an ad I got. Look at this. Caesars plus Times Square. More than 200 local businesses and unions are supporting Caesars Palace Times Square because it means thousands of good-paying jobs for local trade. How about that? You believe in that? Anyway, let me get my good book up. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Get a hold of this one. I'm thoroughly enjoying the Endangered English Dictionary. Bodacious words your dictionary forgot, by Mr. David Grambs, Grambs. It is absolutely, positively incredible and worth your while, ladies and germs. Let's see what people are saying. Thomas Price says, listen to WABC on the app for the first time the other evening. Great voice of reason. You mean, yes, WABC is certainly it. Who is behind the freaks? Don't know what that means. Sal Angelo, ladies and gentlemen. Sal Angelo. That would be a great pizzeria. Sal says, watched a video of you on YouTube tonight of you doing your show on WFLA in 1990. I guess someone just walked in with a camcorder and recorded you in action. I have no earthly idea, but they're out there. That was a long time ago. I started in 1988 on WABC. 1988 on the weekends. And it has been a veritable whirlwind. It's a Cinderella story, ladies and germs. I hope you caught my piece yesterday with our good friend Natalie and Clayton Morris from Redacted regarding my belief, my prediction, my thoughts as to the Diddy case, which is phenomenally fascinating. If Diddy does not walk, there is no God. If you don't mind, could you? Just kidding, my friends. By the way, watching Wings on Antenna TV. Great stuff, because I walk in here and we have Fox News. Wings was terrific. Remember when it was one of those great shows, great writing. See, I walk in here and I turn Fox News off because I can't take Fox News. There's a battle, as you know, between the Fox News contingents. Hannity, Levin, all these pro-war, let's go to Iran, let's kill Iran. And then other people who remember the Constitution, rational thinking, America first, the real MAGA, the real MAGA. You got that? Velvet Studios, Garden State Parkway. Hello. What is that? Is that a Larry King takeoff? GJ Cody loves the glasses. Thank you. I predict stuff will happen. Thank you, Corey. Corey says I predict stuff will happen. You know, that's about it. Mangione Diddy. Who was that guy that walked in on you? Ah, he's a good guy. That's our great producer, Mr. Raff, who walks in. He comes in, he's changing the monitor. Super great guy. Some of the best people ever. Uncle Lionel, why the graveyard shift hours? Not graveyard shift, overnights. Heard in syndicated time frame all over the country. It's on the number one. Do you know that in New York, WABC, you know, sometimes you say, you know, we're number one. I'm thinking, yeah, okay. I saw it. ABC never had these ratings. Never. I mean, they had some good stuff in the past, but not like this. And overnights, they let me do what I want to do. You have no idea. I put my finger in the light socket, and it's all hell bent for leather. And they let me do it, and they don't seem to bother me in the least. Not in the least, or don't seem to. They don't bother me at all, in the least. Let me tell you some interesting things I've got here for you, which I want to bring up to you. Are you using your Chat GPT? Chat GPT is so terrific, so wonderful. I have these wonderful pieces here. I have today is called my possibility is War is on. Bannon, Tucker, and Alex Jones unload on Fox News traitors. Hannity exposed controlled opposition. Bannon and Tucker drop bombshells. The Great Conservative Civil War. Bannon versus Levin, Fox, and the Truth. Fox News frauds. Tucker Carlson breaks silence. Joins Bannon in an all-out revolt. Bannon and Alex Jones declare war on the Rhino media machine. That's exactly what's going on right now. And when I tell people this, I'm thinking you don't understand how great this thing works. Everybody's going crazy regarding Zoran Mondavi. They still don't understand the fact that he is working, or that people like him, or that and the more they make him, the more they say he's hitting a note, the more they say he bothers us, the more the people on the left and the young people like him, because he is a nice person. He's a nice guy. You got that one? I'm in California. Can I listen to your show? Sasha, yes. WABC Radio. Look at me on... Go to my channel, my YouTube, or... I'm not YouTube. Well, YouTube too, but my X. And you can go to... It's WABCRadio.com. WABCRadio.com. Get the 77 WABC app. And you can listen all the time. Absolutely. Lionel, I thought I heard a prank call with you calling a pharmacy. You might be onto something there, Marco. T-Pace says, glad you're back. Why did AI make everyone in your thumbnail look fat? It's not AI. It's people taking all of these. See, there's so many pictures of me available that it has a lot to grab from. Same thing with President Trump. If you throw in a new face, like for example, if I took your picture and I said, do me a favor, you'll look nothing like you do. So it's hard to really say. Levin versus Bannon, or when the enemy of your enemy isn't your friend. I like that. Number one, you can be against war and not be against Israel. You can be against war and not be an anti-Semite. You can be against war and not be a pacifist. You can be against war for a host of reasons. But the bad guys are going to come along and they're going to try to tell you that the reason why you are for that is because you hate Jews. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. The same thing you were told that if you say something regarding, let's say, if you say something against, I don't know, affirmative action, you're a racist. Nonsense. Nonsense. Rich from Queens says, yeah, but Lionel, you haven't changed in years. I've seen you years ago. You haven't changed much at all. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I don't know what that means. I think I'm smarter. I'm wiser. My perspective is 100% different. I thank you for that. Carrie Rhea King. Would that be you, Rhea? Wait a minute. Hold it. Carrie says, the Murdochs obviously have a stake in the military industrial complex. Yes, 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 as do most people. By the way, Carrie, when you want to pluralize Murdoch, just add an S to it. No need for the apostrophe. No need for the apostrophe. Okay, hun? I'm your daddy. Who's your daddy? Did you see this Trump? What was this Trump daddy thing? Did you see this? Who's your daddy?
That crap.
Let me turn this. Alex is so fantastic. Alex is still radioactive on YouTube. You take a big risk when you have him on your show. A big risk. A big risk. I'm ready for him. You know, it took years for a lot of us to get back in good graces. And I'm sorry to say, but a lot of us are saying, I don't want to risk that again. Always got to think about him. Is this really worth? Is this the hill worth dying on? Don't know. Trump Daddy. Trump Daddy is a big deal. This clip of Marco Rubio answering the daddy question and Marco Rubio cracking up is my favorite. It's absolutely priceless. Marco Rubio, I don't trust Marco Rubio at all. And if you do, you're not paying attention. President Trump, let me see. Daddy's home. Hey, hey, Daddy. Why did you call President Trump Daddy? NATO Secretary, he deserves it. Daddy. The NATO chief just called Trump Daddy. So I'm going to be your daddy. Putin says, by the way, look at this. There's so much great stuff because we are triangulating. You understand what's happening. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go for news? I triangulate. But the first thing I do is I turn off Fox News. Just pay attention. Just pay a little bit of attention. Yeah, but let me see this. Lenny is my daddy. I'm your daddy. Does Mrs. L stay up and listen to your show? Yes. And I told her, don't do this. Just please don't. She's like I said, look, you don't have to do this, but she listens and she listens to stuff because I hear things on the network. I don't hear what's going on locally. She tells me. Trade little Narco Rubio for Jeffrey Sachs in a heartbeat. Absolutely. Trump's press secretary has lost her charm. Johnny Maz, the spaz, I'm with you. Who's a little tired with Caroline Leavitt? Who thinks Caroline Leavitt's gotten a little bit too much big? Caroline Leavitt's thinking she's too much the star, too much the sex pot, too much the, hey, look at me, I'm working out. I knew it was going to be, she's just a kid, right? How many, come on, raise your hand. How many of you have said, I mean, she's still good. She's better than numbnuts with the, with the Raggedy Ann wig. But do you think, are you a little tired of this? I am. Christine Geske says, love Mrs. L, as do I. Bernays says, nope. Thinks she's 27, but she presents herself as much older. Do you see what she's doing now, though? She's acting a little bit like the whole thing with the cross, the whole bit with, hey, look at me, I'm working out. Come on, stop it. Don't be cute. Tone it down. Tone it down. John McGuire couldn't get higher says, wait, when did you get the Art Bell time slot? Congrats. Johnny's not been around here for a while. Artie, or Johnny, this is the best time. Right now as I speak, there are people all over. I'm looking home. I'm in Midtown. There's bars that are open. On the way over here, New York's popping, they're hopping. Everybody's doing their stuff. So I get off at 5. This is so interesting. I go home and I eat right away. I told you I'm into that 18-6 intermittent fasting, which works the best. Oh, by the way, I realized something. I can't do pasta. I know this kills me, but it just. First of all, I can't stop eating. I'm an addict. Pasta, I go crazy. But it hits me like, oh my God, that feeling of. Have you noticed how everybody now is, who was it, that fellow? Everybody's sober. Or Alex Jones is sober. This guy's sober. That guy's sober. Everybody's sober. Who's Ron? What's his name? The dude, the feller from the that redneck tour. Yeah, I'm sober. I'm sober. You're supposed to be sober. No, seriously. You're supposed to be sober. By the way, Wings. I'm watching this on, I think it's Antenna TV. What a great show. Some of the best acting I've ever seen. Do you remember playing Jimmy's Comedy Alley? Where was Jimmy's? Peas and carrots, me and the missus. Absolutely. In Italy, they don't use glyphosate. You can do all you no glyphosate. I'm not talking. No, it's the effect that the semolina, the flour has. That I do much better. By the way, the best bread for me. Queens. Jimmy's was a bowling alley, right? Yeah, I think so, right? Wasn't Jimmy's was a bowling alley? Yeah. I played everybody. There were more comedy places in the old days. Yeah, Ron White, thank you so much. At the Legion, my jarhead buddies called me Semper Sober. Listen, I think it's a good idea to be sober, but you don't have to tell everybody about it. Love the Wings, very underrated. That's right, Velvet. Absolutely. It's not the gluten. Gluten isn't a problem. No. Gluten is no problem for me at all. Gluten is, that's wheat. There's something about processed. I was going to tell you, I played temples. I think I did. I think I played a Jewish temple once. I believe so. You're right about that. Jewish temple's redundant. I love Ezekiel bread. Sprouted bread. Oh my God, what a difference. That other stuff, it hits me so hard. Whether it's regular bread, pizza dough, anything that's processed, anything that's not, there's no texture. That's me. You got to find out I'm addicted to belly beans lately. You know what's funny? I think, Fred, I think sometimes when you're, when something hits you, you're addicted. I got to tell you this much. Jelly beans, excuse me. It's a problem for met gluten is in American pasta. Well, it's not gluten, it's processed. It's so refined. It's not the gluten, it's anything that's refined, whether it's semolina, durum, anything like that. Gluten is not the problem. That's not it. That's like looking at a cake and calling it sugar. It's like, well, yeah, that's not it. The other day, Mrs. L had an event. She had an incredible event. She met with a bunch of very, very powerful, very fascinating ladies. Friends of hers in the industry, the biz, some of the most interesting people. It was at an art gallery in the Village, and so she produces food. She put this thing on. So we wanted to get trays of food for people, for her attendees, and we went to a place called, I don't know if you've ever been there. We have it here in New York. It's called Stu Leonard's. Stu Leonard's is this kind of a hokey, kind of a bucolic place. They have Clover was it? No, Clover the. They have like cows. You push the button and they got a guy playing the banjo and turkey in the straw, and it's. So we got a plate, a little platter of this, a platter of that. They went berserk, and she got for them pistachio based chicken or something. Anyway, it was phenomenal. You know what also is very good to do? See if you can go to because Stu Leonard sells this. See if you can go to a, how do I say this? Get the dough, the pizza dough ahead of time. Make your own stuff. Make your own pizza. You can put whatever you want on it. And there's something very interesting. But I eat too much of it. I am addicted to this. I am addicted. In the old days, I never was lured to candy, but because I stay away, things with dairy, I just don't do that. That's just for me. You do whatever you want. It's a free country. But Mrs. L introduced me to peanut butter M&Ms. And M&Ms, M&M's Factory, New Jersey. I think it's Hackensack. Yeah, it's in Hackettstown. I always get them confused. Hackettstown. And I found myself eating these. I could eat a bag and got so sick. There's something wrong with me. I stopped the heroin, off the meth completely. But there's got to be, sometimes there are some things. What is the food that if you eat, you'll go crazy? Because luckily, I don't have much of a sweet tooth, so thank God. Cadbury eggs. Somebody introduced me years ago to Cadbury eggs. I went berserk. I couldn't stop. Milk duds are my addiction. Christy says milk duds. Twix. Food for Life sprouted organic bread is flourless. Yes, Marco. That's why it's sprouted wheat. There's no flour. I can eat. They have. I like the English muffins. Fantastic. What's your addiction? Money is dough in Italy. Bread is pain in France. I like that. Tapioca pudding drives me crazy. Bunny Rabbit says that potato chips and onion dip, dangerous. York peppermint patties. Ladies, when you are during menses, when you're doing your period, I've often found I think women's bodies are so interesting. I know I sound like John Mayer, but the whole period thing and the different progesterone and estrogen and blah 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 blah. But there are things that your body changes and accommodates in order to deal with either the cyclical changes in your body or during pregnancy. We have a friend of the family who is pregnant and she's going through all these things right now because your body, sometimes you crave something. Have you ever just thought one day, it's like, I've got to have this? If you're a pizza person, New York pizza is, I don't even know what to tell you. It's everywhere. It is so, we have grandmas, grandpas, upside down, Sicilian grandpas, Sicilian upside down. Bread in the pan is food. M&Ms are too easy to overeat. Tell me about it, Sin. Tell me about it, hon. Zagnut, I just made strawberry shortcake. You made her do what? That's a joke. Thin pretzels and beer. Ooh. How about this? Thick or thin pizza? Deep dish Chicago. Christine, that's a kind of an acquired taste. We don't have deep dish. We have thick kind of it's not deep dish. Pizzas, other pastrami sandwiches, New York cheesecake. I used to be on my friend Sandy Levine the Great. To me, when I had pastrami, I would get a pastrami sandwich with extra bread, the rye bread, Dusseldorf mustard. The Carnegie Deli had onion rings you can't believe. Their fried chicken, their hot dogs, they had a, have you ever had a Reuben? A Carnegie Deli, my mouth is salivating. This is when I was doing the meat thing and I loved it. Beautiful pastrami. I mean, I'm not a corned beef guy, never was. Pastrami with that melted Swiss, sauerkraut, and then Thousand Island dressing they would make there. Oh my God. Hand toss. I bet you're hand tossed, huh? You know what I mean? Get it? Talking my kind of language now. It's fun discussing foods rather than foreign affairs. Al, I'm with you on that one. Root beer ice pops. What the hell is that? You know, root beer is one of those things where every now and then it's like, we used to have, is it Stewart's? We used to get this Stewart's. I forget what it was. It was wonderful. Sparky, there he is, says, which prize do you win when you help end a Gulf War, which you helped begin? The Nobel Grift Prize. Wait a minute. Hold it. What prize do you win when you help end a war you help begin? Sparky, that is the best question of them all, my friends. Sparky, on a serious note, what is your food passion? John Jolane says, onion rings are better for you than French fries. They have onions inside. Yes. French fries, anytime you have potatoes or potato skins fried or crispy, you have acrylamide. Check out nutritionfacts.org. Dr. Greger, acrylamide, carcinogenic. Lynn Kern says, you're killing me with the food talk. I'm starving now. New York pizza rocks. Not traitorous to comment that from the south side of Chicago. There's a place, I promise you, there's a place I could take you, kind of in the hood. The delivery is so great. You need time for pizza to rest a little bit. If it's too wet, you know what I mean? It's got to set. But when you have there's a five. See, I don't like that Naples style. Sorry. You get a 5 cheese pizza. I'm sorry, this is true. 5 is, if I had to. Cheese is, let's face it. But a 5 cheese pizza is one. Regular New York slice, you got to have that. The stuff that Portnoy attempts to make interesting, like he's trying to sell me on the obvious. A grandma pizza. Grandma started off on a place on Long Island. But, oh, by the way, check out Crispy Pizza. Go to their YouTube section. Go to, I think TikTok has it, but it's called Crispy Pizza. And check out this guy. I think it's Frank. He's out of Brooklyn. He is completely dark. He was tan. He looks like he's going to kill you. Very nice gentleman. But they make pizza, vodka. It will addict you. Addict you. Singa's Pizza was the best pizza I ever had. Singa, be careful. I'm 69 and 9 minutes from Minnesota. I love. By the way, Janet, what's the square root of 69? 8 something. Send your love to Janet right now. Everybody, stop what you're doing. Send your love to Janet. Janet Thompson, she's 69. She's going to be at 1 o'clock. Come on, everybody. Send your love to Janet. Look at Fred. Look at him with the emojis. Stop this. Send your love to Janet. She's one of the family. We always take care of one of ourselves. We put all this bullshit aside for just a moment. God bless you. Mammy, or did you spell Miami correctly? Maybe that's it. Happy birthday, Janet. Look, Dick, Big Dick from Queens. Send your love to Janet. Birthdays are great. Well, anyway, I got to run. It's 55. I got to hurry up. I got to grab some more. Got to grab some more Joe. Anyway, thank you so much, my friends. Be listening. WABC, 77 WABC, 770 WABC. Go to wabcradio.com. Get the app. Be listening. I'm gonna pick this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna keep going. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's one of the reasons why I love this, is because I can talk about what I want to talk about. And nobody's gonna say, hey, you're not talking about war. Well, God damn it, I don't want to talk about war. So anyway, Janet, we love you. Cheers and prayers. We love you, young lady. Happy 69th to you. Mommy, kind of like Papi Chulo. Me cago en el coño su madre. Lori Cuck says, happy birthday, Janet. There's Lori Cuck. Lori Cuck, bless your heart. All right, my friends, have a great, 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 great day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. We will talk later. Don't forget to subscribe to Lionel Nation. Make sure you're subscribed right now. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for your super chats and your kindness. Until then, until later, my friends. Remember, monkey's dead. Show's over. Sue ya. Da da.